Well, I'd like to apologize for not video blogging for a while now. I have tried to stay busy. In LA trying to do things like DoorDash and Postmates and stuff like that. Well, Wednesday, um, I decided this past Wednesday, which would be, look at my other one, fifth was Thursday. No, it was Tuesday. So the fifth was Thursday. The fourth was Wednesday. So April the 3rd, I decided to, go to Price is Right and see if I could get on the show. The internet said be there by 1 to make it to the 5 o'clock showing, and I end up being there at 11 o'clock, thinking that that was ample time because they do interviews and stuff like that, to make sure you're what they want on the show, and to determine, if you are I guess, excited enough to be a contestant, whatever. But anyway, show up at 11, and I go to the gate. I'm trying to be what you call a walk-on, because I was not able to be smart enough to, I guess, get tickets 2 months in advance or whatever. But they say you can show up, and if the ticket people, well, not ticket people, you can come in. So that was the idea, that I could walk on. I come to find out that they canceled the 5 o'clock showing. So, because not only that, Wednesday was going to be their last day of shooting Price is Right. So the plan was, okay, I'm going to go make a trip to Encino and fart around and see by happenstance if I could come across Tim Conway or anybody else, any other famous person. And then come back to San Dimas, where I was RVing, and come back the next morning, maybe at 6 o'clock in the morning, and try to get on Price is Right for the very last showing. Upon going down Ventura, I tried to make a Huey, or a U-turn, and collided with another vehicle, or technically she collided with me, hitting my rim and bending my left driver's side arm, shocks and everything. So that put a damper not only on the day, but on the week as well, and LA as well. Because I will have to end up showing $1,000 plus, because I had liability only insurance, and I don't know what my deductible is, and the insurance company hasn't contacted me, so I don't know. But what I do know is I'll have to pay a deductible, more likely for the if they determine it's my fault. I think it was her fault. I had my blinker on. I call myself looking, but if you ever venture down Ventura, it is probably the worst street I've ever been on. Anyway, I was lucky to come across a hotel, Roadway Inn. I guess I can put the dop in for that, for them. They've been more than courteous by putting me up at a cheaper rate, given my circumstances. And the adventure to LA has come to a complete screeching halt. The worst thing that possibly could happen on this adventure happened. I wish I was seen. I guess I wish I had the foresight. Well, I was bound and determined to come. So anyway, I wish that this didn't happen. Um, I like to believe things happen for a reason. Still trying to find that reason. Same thing. I'm trying to find out the reason when I totaled my Envoy in 2005. I still haven't found a reason for that. It's the stupidity. I was on my phone at that time. I wasn't on my phone in this accident. Uh, so the plan now is to hopefully get the car fixed today, which is this Friday, April the 6th. And either I'll start treading back to the RV and spend the night at the RV, or I'll start treading back to Dallas with my tail between my legs. Unfortunately, this has not been the way I semi-planned it. I was called out by my brother that I don't plan, which I am not. I have to admit, I'm not a very good planner. I'm only 49 years young. I had a skeleton of a plan, which was to get with a friend, stay with a friend, uh, help out with their rent, and do auditions here in LA. Also meet up with my cousin. I don't know if y'all know who my cousin is. My cousin is Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And he apparently was out of town, and I was going to surprise him. Of course, that's part of planning. Even though he once in a blue moon replies to my text messages. But anyway, that was a plan to hook up with him and maybe go to the Fox studio and see It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and meet all the cast and all that stuff. That was a dream too. Total dream. Total fantasy. The other one is I did have an ex-producer here, David Scato, who I thought very highly of me as an actor, and I pretty much have been given the shaft there as well. So everything has come to a dead end. Does it mean I quit? No, but it probably means I find, like my brother said, more stable work. My younger brother, Brad. And/or I keep trucking as a Uber person and a brand ambassador person in hopes that something else happens. That's my other device going off. I like to keep my options open because you never know what's going to happen. I might even end up trucking to Atlanta, where I have a friend out there as well. And also, Atlanta is only 4 hours away from my boys, Jake and Luke. So, if I can make it to Atlanta, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe a month or so from now, who knows, and get on as a background, do some background work there, maybe become a zombie from The Walking Dead, who knows. I'll only be 4 hours away from Jake and Luke, so that could work a lot of different ways. At least I will have, I would be in 4 hours to me is nothing. 4 hour drive is cakewalk, especially coming from Dallas to LA. Dallas to LA was like a 2.5 day trip. I mean, and I was trucking it. I mean, the first day I only did 6 hours because of nightfall, and I really don't like to drive at night if I can help it. And the next 2 days I think I did 10 and 8. So that's like 24 hours. Well, you had stops and stuff, you gotta get gas and food to eat and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm disappointed. I am not a happy camper. No pun intended, since I stayed in an RV. I'm just gonna take a couple of steps back, reflect, absorb what I've learned. do better planning if I ever come back to LA. I'll have all my ducks in a row. Preferably, I like to have like four or maybe five other guys, or a combination of ladies that are all mature and know where line is drawn and stuff, that we could all put our funds together and get a place, instead of a RV place. But I mean, RVing is okay, but it still winds up to be like $900 a month when you all add it up. I'd rather be out 250, 300 if possible, with a couple other people. I mean, that's ideal. But it would take a very strong, like I said, mature group of people who are serious about acting, who have the same focus and same desire for that to even have the inkling of working. But again, I apologize for not blogging. I really haven't felt like I've really been depressed for the past few days because of my situation. Once I get back to Dallas, I'll finally be able to take a deep breath, and I'll be able to disconnect from the stress. I'll probably take a day or two where I'm just gonna totally disconnect, and then I'm gonna recharge my batteries and go at it again. I even considered thinking about, this is already 11 minutes and you probably already clicked off or tuned out mentally already, but I'm going to leave with this. I may go to the Dallas Comedy House when I get back, and I might try that. But that would have to be after Sierra, my daughter's graduation, which is like May I want to say the 3rd or the 4th. So I'm definitely not going to get real serious into anything. I might write more, which I need to do. I need to do that today. Write something. If I can write something every day, that's 365 somethings a year. I just need to find my niche, find my quote-unquote character niche where I can easily just be placed in like a jigsaw puzzle that's missing a piece, and make some money being an actor. That's the idea. That's the dream. Will I ever make it a reality? I don't know, but I'll never stop acting. Heck, I act every day of my life. Ask anybody who knows me. But thank you for listening to this point. Thank you if you're already a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, I would love it if you subscribe. One thing for sure, YouTube's given me an out that a way to express myself as an actor with you can see my clips of auditions that I normally wouldn't have had. So this is a different day and era where I can make income and still be flexible as an actor. This is totally different than what my cousin had to go through. Uber was probably around there about 15 years ago or so, but that's the beginnings of it. So I have some things at my disposal he didn't have. I don't know the struggles that he went through. He's never expressed them to me. All I get from him is do it yourself, which is fine. I mean, I can understand that mentality